I'm very sure you're hearing the word on the street and what your opposition are saying in the state. In fact, one of the parties did say that you are the governor's errand boy.
Sheung, that is not true at all. Sheung, if you know me very well, I'm very sure you will not even believe that to ask me that. Honestly.
No, because it's not about me, it's about the people of Ogun State.
I know.
Who believe that the governor just want to impose and bring in...
Sheung, I served within 2011 and 2014 in Ogun State as SSC on revenue. It's about merit. It's about, what we're talking about here is about justice. Electoral fraud, the worst ever in the history of our state, was perpetrated on the 3rd of October 2018. And it's sad. Let me tell you, Sheung, what happened in Ogun State is like, in 2019, it's like INEC, because that's what the Constitution allows, it's only INEC that can announce result. It's like INEC going to Benin Republic and write a result and come back to Abuja and announce that result. And you want everybody to accept that fact, and that is simply the fact that INEC has the constitutional right to announce result, and that because that means the result is right.
You're not talking about, the question I ask is, you're not talking about the interest of the governor in your emergence, in your person.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Why is the governor interested?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Because the governor has taken the fight to another level. It's saying, look, it's almost it's obvious to the blind. His argument against the chairman of the party about what happened in the case of Ogun State.
So it's about fairness and justice. So let me tell you something today. If it were not even me, Akinlade, that emerged on that primary, I can tell you confidently that any sensible person will take the position that Amosu is taking today. And you need to go beyond Amosu, not just Amosu as the governor of the state. You need to come into Ogun State.
Why does Senator Amosu want you? That's the big question, isn't it?
It's about capacity, capability to do the job. I served under this man within 2011 and 2014. He understands and knows that I have the capacity to do the job. It's about development. I have served in a state where I have seen development within the space of 7.5 years. And I believe that I've seen a vision. I've seen a very clear vision. And I believe in that vision. And I believe that he has seen in me that I believe in that vision. And any reasonable person will want continuity in Ogun State so that we can continue to develop at the pace we're developing. And I believe he has seen that in me, and that's why he's giving me this.
So your own case is that of continuity. That's what you're preaching.
By God's grace.
How can you continue when you're not on the same platform?
So development has never has to do with party or individual or personality.
So your party does not have its own manifesto?
We do have a manifesto, Sheung. But what I'm saying is about Ogun State. Whatever the party manifesto is, it's still about development and how to grow our state and how to develop our dear state. For me, as a person, it's about Ogun State and nothing else but Ogun State. And so, that's what I believe dearly, my friend.
I'm very sure that you are hearing also that some people who are distrusting the truthfulness of your going to APM, that APM is perhaps another arm of the APC, that as soon as should you win this election, that you're moving back to the APC. That's what they are saying in Ogun State. Do you hear that?
So, let me say it this way. I think a former Minister of Information, I think kind of Guru or something, during the Abacha era, was going to the UK when our aircraft was seized by the UK government. And I think after the meeting with the head of state, press people stopped him at the airport and asked him what he was going to say when he gets to the UK. And I think what the Minister of Information said at that point is that if he tells them what he was going to say when he gets to UK, I don't think it was necessary for him to catch that flight to the UK. So, Sheung, I think for the purpose of this discourse, I think I'd rather we leave that until, what happens in the future.
If you look at that, that's confusing for an average voter, isn't it? You're campaigning, you're saying 4 + 4, that seems to be the new thing that the APC is saying, side by side with the president. How can you campaign for another party's presidential candidate and you're on another platform?
So it's to endorse the president of Nigeria or any candidate for that matter, and when from a different party is not new to our politics. As I speak, about 60 parties has endorsed Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari because we believe as a party, APM, we believe in his policies, we believe in what he's doing. 60 political parties? Yes, as I speak to you.
Really?
Yes, has endorsed him, under the IPAC. And same, I think the COP or something for the PDP presidential candidate. So what we're saying here is this. Once you believe, it's about our country. It's not about an individual, a personality. Once we believe in the policy of Mr. President, we believe in his clear vision about how to move Nigeria to the next level. And we think at this point in time that we've endorsed him, and we have to show that solidarity and reassure him that that endorsement stands, and APM in Ogun State will deliver our votes for him come February 16, 2019.
Who is funding your campaign?
By God's grace, I've saved up money myself and friends, by God's grace.
How much do you have? I mean, if you can tell us. Because again, I hear a lot about what the opposition are saying. They say the governor is bankrolling it, isn't it? Is it true?
That's not true, Sheung. Let me explain to you, Sheung.
So he's not spending any kobo in your campaign?
Sheung, if you talk in terms of moral support, he's doing so much because he believes in what I stand for.
What about financial support?
Sheung, I won't be able to put figure to that or put an amount to that.
Well, he's giving you some support, isn't it?
Sheung, if you put moral support to quantify in terms of naira and kobo, then he's putting a lot to it.
All right, let's take a breather. But before we take our first break on the program, everyone, last week we asked you on our political puzzle about, the question last week was, according to Nigeria's electoral law, what is the campaign finance or spending limit for presidential election? We saw a lot of response from you, and let me tell you that we'll respond to those who got the answers right. The answer is this. It's 1 billion naira. That is the spending limit for presidential position. And according to the Electoral Act, it did say that the maximum election expenses to be incurred by a candidate at a presidential election shall be 1 billion naira. That takes us to our first break, everyone. Up next, when we come back, we'll be talking about the complex nature of Ogun politics. It will be an interesting race. But the issue of from APC to APM, the dynamics of Akinlade in Ogun State. We asked him about the manifesto of his party and his programs for the people of Ogun State. Join us again.